Sometimes a drive changes without warning. One moment it's a road, the next is a bison. A few days ago, I was driving through the Flint Hills in Kansas, and it made me wonder how much prairie still exists back home in Iowa. Sometimes the only way to find out is to leave the highway. The moment the tires hit gravel, the road changes. The road slows down and the land starts to feel a little closer. It's early spring out here, so the land still carries the quiet look of winter. The fields are bare, the grasses are just starting to wake up, but somewhere along these back roads, the prairie is slowly returning. The further you drive, the more the land opens up. The land stretches out in front of you, and the grasses along the roadside start hinting of what is coming. Then the fences appear, the first real sign you're getting close. And just up ahead, the road enters one of the few places in Iowa where the prairie is being brought back. This is Neal National Wildlife Refuge, one of the largest prairie restoration projects in the country. And the prairie doesn't really exist without the animals that shaped it. For thousands of years, bison moved across these grasslands, shaping the ecosystem with every step. So bringing the prairie back means bringing them back too. Out here, they move slowly across the hills, grazing, resting, barely noticing the road passing through their world. They wander across the prairie with the hills stretching quietly behind them. And when you see them from inside a small car, it puts things into perspective pretty quickly. Sometimes the prairie decides to come a little closer than expected. Eventually, the road keeps moving, and the herd fades into the grass behind you. But moments like that stay with you longer than the drive itself. Driving through prairie has its own rhythm. The road feels smaller, the sky feels bigger. And the further you go, the more the landscape takes over. It's the kind of place that quietly asks you to slow down. Every now and then, the road gives you a view that makes you pull over without thinking. Out here, the prairie stretches further than it first appears, rolling quietly across the hills. With the engine off, the place feels almost completely still, just wind moving through the grass and birds somewhere in the distance. After a moment, the road keeps going. And from a distance, the car begins to look very small against the prairie. A little further down the road, the prairie begins to rise. From up here, the land opens even more, and the hills begin to show themselves. Late in the day, the light changes everything: the road, the grass, even the hills. And walking out into the prairie feels different than just driving through it. The grasses out here can grow taller than you by summer. For the first time, you feel the prairie moving through your hands, wind passing through the grass the same way it has for centuries. It's a quiet moment, but one that stays with you. Not every place announces itself with a sign. Some of the best views along the drive are easy to miss if you are moving too fast. So when you see a quiet pull-off like this, it's usually worth stopping. Outside the car, the prairie sounds different. The engine is gone, and suddenly the quiet of the land becomes much more noticeable. And looking out across the tall grass through the lenses, you can see just how far this landscape stretches. Sometimes it takes a minute to find the right angle through the binoculars. But once the view settles into focus, the prairie stretches further than you expect. As the sun drops lower, the prairie begins to change color, the grasses catching the last light of the day. Places like this remind you that the prairie is still here, just scattered across small pieces of land that people are working to protect and restore. And sometimes the best way to understand it is simply to drive through it slowly. Thanks for joining us on this journey. This is Mini Miles Adventures, seeing what's possible with less, 1 mile at a time.